A very warm welcome to the channel. Sunday the 8th of September 2024. What is happening in China? We do have this. China's Africa Summit, Xi Jinping's Charm Offensive. Now, let's go to the continent of Africa, and you can see here just the difference. Way back in 2020, you could see the trade takeover. The year 2000, blue is France. China was just in one country. But if we go to 2020, 4 years ago, you can see basically about 80% of Africa's trade takeover. That's pretty amazing. Why am I doing this? Is because the people who deny that they work for state media are doing the same piece. One is a South African girl on YouTube, and the other one is a former British police officer who now lives in China, saying that everything is America's fault. It's pretty standard. But the whole thing is, this summit is with African leaders. And with a lot of developing countries, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And I was thinking, how many of these countries that are in Beijing at the moment in this conference are corrupt? So I did a little bit of digging. First of all, I looked into the total debt owed to China. Two here in Africa. Ethiopia is one, and it's 6.8 billion. This is billion, not million, $billion. And the other one is Kenya, which is $6.7 billion. They owe to the Chinese government related to them giving them money related to building, infrastructure, schools, etc., etc. I went to the World Bank and just did a little bit of research there. Top 10 countries indebted to China. Angola is 20.98 billion. Ethiopia is 6. Kenya is a 6. Zambia is 6. And that's the countries there in Africa. So this debt that these African countries owe, are they going to repay back? Is it a debt trap? Or what does China get from Africa related to it? And mainly I can think of mining, and mining for things like lithium, for the lithium batteries. Now, I know other countries may do this, but China does have the biggest EV manufacturing in the world. And do they have lithium products actually, or can they mine in their own country? That I don't know, but they seem to exploit Africa quite a lot. And these people who do come to China for these charm, what do we call it? Charm offensive is, well, they're mostly corrupt people. Period. And that money that they owe is mostly in their back pocket. And the people of that country, like Kenya or the Democratic Republic of the Congo, they don't see a happy day out of it. In fact, they see pictures like this. Do you want to know how these Chinese leaders look after their African workers, the people in the mine, the people who do the work? Well, pay attention, and I think you may need to salute, and you may also need to bow.
1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。 1、2、3、4. 1、2、3、4. 1、2、3、4. 1、2、3、4. 1、2、3、4. 1、2、3、4. 1、2、3、4. 1、2、3、4. 1、2、3、4. 1、2、3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 四，一二三四，一二三四，一二三，
闪着灯，
一二，
闪着灯，
一二一，
再去背干了，闪着灯，
一二三四，
闪着灯，
一二一二，
高卡进，
你们两个一起帮我办公室
闪
那个
灯，灯，灯，灯，
跟那个什么那个叫陶条理，
一二三四，一二三四，
一二三四。 动一，领子，来看齐。
And also the temperament of the China bosses. Here is one in a tribe somewhere in Africa saying, this is a cigarette lighter. Can I give you this cigarette lighter for a bride, for a girl? Here's the video.
看见了，非要和我用2头牛来换它啊！给大家看一下啊！啊，孩子们看见火都特别的害怕啊，但是酋长老婆见过大世面啊，她不害怕，知道吧？他们没有见过这么漂亮的火苗啊，看见了吧？他说送给他啊，送给他，完了他嫁给我，一个打火机就可以娶个老婆啊！你们想来非洲吗？你们觉得我应该娶谁呢？我应该用这个打火机带走谁呢？喜欢看海外的双击
All I can say is I am shocked. Now, I know what people in China would say, well, hold on, America and Europe did it for years. Granted, they did. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying what China is doing now. Everything in Beijing is a bed of roses. Xi Jinping has $1 billion to his name. These African leaders, they are not poor. They are actually doing very well for themselves, and most of them, would get their money through corruption. It's been like that for years and years, and it's difficult to see any change. Once in a blue moon, it may happen. And the poor people in Africa, the workers, the people who unfortunately couldn't get any education, end up with the blunt end of the stick. I really hate to say, and just putting the truth to matter. Now, if China was, you could say, had a good reputation, which it doesn't, because anything they say, for example, like Hong Kong, 50 years, one country, two systems. Hey, it didn't even last 20 years. So how can you believe a country like China, the Chinese government, always will lie upon lie upon lie related to this? And it's not the People's Republic of China. As I said before, it's more like Xi Jinping's Republic of China, only about his family and his government getting wealthy, while the country doesn't actually get better, and exploiting other countries like Africa because of cheap labor and lots of mineral resources, so they can build their really bad BYD EV electric cars. I'm saying this because there's one end of the argument on YouTube at the moment related to two are saying this is fantastic, but they don't do two sides of the argument. So what I'm doing is the other side of the argument. Let's leave it there for today. Thank you very much for your time. And I just leave it there for today, and be good to each other. Bye-bye for now.